Welcome everyone to Ring of Honor Wrestling. Ian Riccaboni, Caprice Coleman, just 1 day away from Final Battle tonight. We will find out who will reach the finals of the ROH Women's Pure Title Tournament.
The longest reigning world champion in Ring of Honor history, the fallen goddess, Athena, will defend the Ring of Honor Women's Championship against Persephone.
And on the men's side, the ROH World Title is up for grabs as Bandito, the most wanted, defends against 5 of the most talented stars in ROH. What a way to kick things off! Less than 24 hours away from Final Battle. We take it to Justin Roberts.
This contest is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit, being accompanied by Sammy Guevara, the Beast, Mortos.
Well, 2 of the men that will compete for the ROH World Championship tomorrow night at Final Battle. For the first time ever, the world title is up for grabs in the survival of the fittest single elimination. LFI coming in with a numbers advantage. Caprice is that man. Beast Mortos, Sammy Guevara, both involved.
Absolutely the numbers advantage, but they will not be fresh.
And his opponent being accompanied by the hype man, Alex Abrahantes Commander.
LFI with that opportunity to keep the World Tag Team titles in their orbit when they take on Adam Priest and Tommy Billington. Could be double champions, but Caprice, this man, Commander, could win the world title tomorrow night in that survival of the fittest bout, and then go on to Boxing Day Brawl, capture the pure title, become a double champion in his own right.
There you go. That will happen fast, and it's possible with someone like Alex Abrahantes in your corner.
And I cannot wait. Fans throughout the night, we will keep you updated, remind you of all of the great bouts that are headed your way tomorrow night. If your Honor Club subscription is active, and I would bet it is if you're watching this, join us tomorrow night live from Columbus. Ooh, Code of Honor waved off there.
Tell you what, man, this wow, that's nasty. That's snot, and that's monster snot.
Oh.
I wave off the Code of Honor too.
And some matador techniques here.
Mortos charged too. Tell you what, man, whoever wins this match gets this some momentum going in the final battle.
Certainly does, and Beast Mortos, who seems to get revved up, who seems to get energized by competing. You know, sometimes we might say that taking a match this close to a title match could be a mistake. But for Mortos, I think it energizes him. And I think you're right, it could build a ton of momentum as we head in to both championship bouts tomorrow night for Beast Mortos.
Was so impressive, man. So much damage in a short amount of time. Definitely a great thing for Mortos. May not be so great for Commander. Taking a lot of damage.
Well, Beast Mortos been virtually undefeated in single competition at ROH. Another man who has been undefeated in singles action for the entirety of 2025 is Blake Christian. He will be in the survival of the fittest tomorrow night with the world title on the line. Right now, Caprice, though, interesting strategy. Watching tonight from Columbus, wanted to get acclimated ahead of Final Battle.
Actually, that's not a bad idea, man. A lot of athletes do that in the Olympics, get used to the area they're in, so their body gets acclimated with the breathing. And now I don't know how much difference it'll make in the rest of the ring, but if Blake Christian likes it, I love it.
And Commander around, beautiful flying head scissor there. We'd be remiss, Caprice, if we didn't mention. And in the most recent survival of the fittest, Commander won the world television title. Won it last year at Final Battle. And that match was the second time the ROH World Television title decided in the survival of the fittest.
You're right. Blake Christian was in that match as well. Could be a great repeat for Commander, though.
Whoa! And that bout went 37 minutes. It was exciting. The champion at the time, Brian Cage, eliminated early, which meant we spent the last 20-plus minutes knowing we would see a new champion. I'm sure Bandito does not want that to repeat tomorrow night.
I'll tell you what, man, Bandito comes out on top tomorrow night. I don't know who's going to beat this champion. He's definitely most wanted now, but he's taking all the people that's aimed at him and shut him down. Caught his Commander on the shoulders of Beast Mortos.
And Mortos looking to plant. The former TV champ does. Hangs on. Commander back to his feet. Oh!
Wow, knee to the back of the neck, sending Commander right back off. Beast Mortos just doesn't do one move, man. He has cohesive moves. One just sets the other up.
So strategic. And that's, speaking of strategy, tomorrow night, Caprice, LFI the distinct advantage, even though, oh, wait a minute, go for the mask. We have no rules in ROH pertaining to the mask. Fine suspensions. It is unclear in the rule book.
Tell you what, you get that mask loose enough, though, it doesn't have to come off. It'd be distracting yourself in the way luchadors are. They don't want to reveal their identity, so all it does is blind them. It becomes a distraction on their body.
You see Abrahante is trying to cheer on Commander tomorrow. I'm interested to see how LFI is going to handle having two members of La Facción Ingobernable in that survival of the fittest. 2 out of the 6, 33% chance to go home with the world title. They promised one of them will.
Staying with that mask, man. You know, the worst thing about that is you try to put that mask together, you got both of your hands in the back of your head, you're exposing your face.
And of course, Sammy used to be a member, oh goodness, of the Don Callis family. We'll see Hechicero too. Hechicero, who came within the blink of an eye in Philadelphia, becoming the ROH World Champion, a blink of an eye at Arena Mexico, popping out the shoulder, dislocating the shoulder of Bandito. What a dangerous element Hechicero adds tomorrow night with the world title on the line.
Tell you what, man, everybody that's in that match is so nasty. Give Bandito a hard time. Oh my goodness, I thought that was a pin right there. And I can see anybody coming out on top as world champion because it's a great opportunity. All you have to do is survive.
As Commander, not only surviving, but thriving here. La Casita, 2. Oh, 2 count there. And it's Commander back to his feet. A little bit of a hobble here.
Nice.
Hurricanrano, 1, 2. 2 count only.
The Commander's getting to his feet way before Mortos is. That's rare to see, man. Mortos is strong and agile as well. Commander has that speed advantage. Mortos has the power advantage, but the speed is winning right now. Poke to the eyes.
And the balance.
Lost that balance, brought it right back.
Wow! Springboard Hurricanrana. Commander, the poise. Keeping his feet, keeping his heart and mind, his breathing in check. Off the ropes, Commander diving through.
Commander can really think on and off his feet. That's amazing.
Impressive display for Commander. You know, Caprice, when you've had title shots in the past, when you've competed for the ROH World Tag titles, the TV title, and you had a match kind of in between that title match, do you ever hold anything back? Is there any reason why you might not push through to the finish line here?
You can't hold it back because those are the matches you can get upset in. And if you hold it back, you get upset, you mess your momentum up going into a championship match. You have to always give 110%, Riccaboni.
That's a great point, as Commander looking for La Cilalito Lindo. The rope walk, no one home.
The way Commander's able to recover from these things, though, Riccaboni.
Oh,
What? Can't recover from that.
oh, the air. Driven out through the esophagus. Beast Mortos. The cover here, 1, 2.
That elbow in the jaw, in the face area, man, makes it hard for you to kick out. You have to accept the pain while you're kicking out, all in your face, man. Elbow into the jaw, to the front of your teeth. It's a strategic movement that Mortos is doing. Throwing your body and knowing where your body's gonna land as well. There's so much that Mortos does. He's an intelligent fighter.
Certainly is. And you talk about intelligence, strategy. What's the strategy tomorrow? We know LFI will work together. How does someone like Commander go into the bout, Caprice?
It depends on his strategy. Watch this here.
Oh, 2.
Mortos landing on his head. Some people will try to eliminate themselves by staying away. Kind of show up.
Wow.
This is twice Mortos is laying on his head.
Cover. 2, running crucifix gets 2.
Some people try to stay out of harm's way as much as possible, kind of show up, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee, pop up, take advantage of opportunities, and some people try to mask it out, marathon style. It depends on the wrestler. Commander is a marathon style athlete. However, recovering from damage may not be in his favor. Martos would be one that'll capitalize on a mistake. He'll take somebody's move away from him and capitalize on it. Everybody has different strategies, Riccoboni.
Well, and that's a great point. As Blake Christian used the float like a butterfly, sting like a bee strategy last year. Commander tried to go to the gauntlet. He did.
Yeah.
It is Martos now. Second rope on the inside, up and over.
Wow. Landing on his feet from that high up. Taking the feet out from under Martos. I tell you who the best strategist is the one that's able to adjust on the fly.
And Commander goes for it one too many times. That Hurricane Rana blocked. It's Martos.
Oh, goodness, on the knee, too close. Yeah.
Wow. Lariat.
That might
Shoots
be
through 1, 2. Wow.
I'm gonna blame that on the cover, Riccoboni. I'm gonna blame that on the cover. One hand up, that hand up should have been laid across the chest or something.
Well, think about, you've called it caprice. You've explained the momentum, the mindset you get in by winning a match like this ahead of a championship bout. Both men giving it their all. And if this is what we're seeing tonight, imagine what we'll see tomorrow. The Poison Rana. Poison. Martos planted.
We know this is a precursor to Riccoboni.
Oh, yeah. Commander. The balance. The poise. And the Spanish God! The Spanish God! Oh, that Chris Adams style super kick!
That's another strategy, Riccoboni. Sammy Guevara beats Martos to tag the whole way through survival of the fittest. Oh, no!
Oh, the mask! The mask torn from the scalp of the former TV champion, but here comes the man that stands up for the fallen, for the weak, the weary. It's the ROH World Champion, Bandito. Bandito will defend his title against 5 of the top athletes in Ring of Honor tomorrow night. But tonight, standing up for what's good, for what's right, for justice. And unlike LFI, helping out a man he will stand.
Senores, y senores.
Who invited him?
I know what that voice is for.
In the immortal words of Mil Mascaras, ¿Dónde está mi pantalones blanco? From the great country of Mexico, y la familia de Don Callis. Arriba la familia, arriba,
Oh, come on. Can we cut his mic? Mil Mascaras never had white pants. Come on, the ROH World title's on the line tomorrow night. And at Cesaro, he might be the most intelligent man out of them all. Look at that, the sneak attack on the world champion.
Guerrilla warfare. Don Callis got some lungs on him.
Oh, look at this. But it's at Cesaro, the Alchemist, that championship mask, that brand new mask that we have yet to see in Ring of Honor. Whoa, look at that. Around the world and the world champion.
Tell you what, getting that on the champion, that's the filler. That's what's called a filler, Riccoboni. He's filling him out.
Oh, no, no. Going for the mask, Commander, whose face has been covered.
Yeah, he's trying to protect himself, protect his friend at the same time.
Will we see this tomorrow night?
Hey, Cesaro doesn't like the statement.
And you know who may have made the strongest statement? Blake Christian, watching from Columbus. He's the freshest man right now. As LFI, the Don Callis family, trying to sort it out. The Spanish God, who's challenged for the world title before.
Although even Martos has his hand on Sammy, though.
LFI can't even get it together. Mañana, final battle.
He's Did you hear what he said, Rick Bonnie? Sammy told Beast, you and me, you and I, one-on-one, as if they planned that out.
Well, will we get there? Fans, Blake Christian may be the smartest man in the room avoiding this scuffle. And let's take a look at the year that Blake Christian has had. One man I know was watching from Columbus, Blake Christian, who has been undefeated in 2025 in single competition. His eyes have been locked on the most wanted Bandito. And will this be the sight tomorrow night in Columbus? Will Vanilla Baby leave the capital city ROH World Champion? And also tomorrow, the ROH Women's World Television title is on the line as Mercedes Moné defends against the former champion Red Velvet, with Mercedes making her ROH debut here tonight.
It was thought the age of honor had passed.
And the foot on the rope!
As the dishonorable prosper.
I am forever.
But from the shadows, a vigilante has emerged.
He's the hero ROH deserves and the one it needs right now.
And with him, honor will rise. Ring of Honor. Final battle.
We're less than 24 hours away from 0 hour tomorrow night.
This is a mixed
All right, Bobby, cease and desist. I'll take it from here. Everybody knows that we are the premier athletes. Tony Nese, Ariya Daivari, and our 6'7" undefeated rookie, Story Denali.
Kids don't even do that anymore, Caprice. I don't know.
Who, folks, I might add, since joining the team, I have not yet been assaulted by our opponents. So thank you very much. Now we have come here today to give all you non-athletic, regular people, NARPs as we like to call you, the biggest thrill in your miserable, sad, depressing lives.
He's projecting.
And that is to take part in our pregame cheer. So when I say athletes, you say rule. Nothing else.
I think it's the delivery.
Hands in, boys.
You
And
didn't
girls.
invite them wrong. You guys use honey.
Yeah, is that right?
Oh, athletes!
Yeah, see, if he would have used honey, they might have said rule, but he didn't use honey. He used like lemons, and so they was like shots.
Or could have just said please.
Yeah, it's the delivery, man. He brought it wrong. He has steak and lobster on the trash can lid. Nobody's gonna eat that.
Tonight, the premier athletes facing Philly Collins, Marino, Tenaglia, and Zoe Lynn. As the code of honor adhered to, Daivari and Nese have formed a formidable tag team duo on their own. Adding Story Denali has been quite the coup. But I know that Nese and Daivari, who's going to start things off, they're going to be watching the, whoa. You're watching that ROH World Tag Team title bout tomorrow night as LFI looks to make it a night for the ages as Sammy Guevara, Beast Mortos look to keep the titles within LFI as they take on Tommy Billington, the Dynamite Kid, and Adam Priest. Tag man.
Straight to the corner. What Tony Nese and Ari are doing, trying to handle business, and that frustration they're letting out. Maybe for not being on the top card of Final Battle.
Well, Story Denali, and this is supposed to be man, woman. Like tomorrow night, that tag title bout, Caprice. This is shades of what I think LFI has the advantage, what the damage they could do against Priest and Billington. LFI has been a well-oiled machine, and Billington and Priest have been great. But Sammy and Beast have known each other so much longer. Tag made. Okay. And Nese going to work here. Hey, Caprice, what do you think Billington and Priest have to do tomorrow night to leave Columbus?
I think they have to do whatever they need to do. I believe that's going to be the upset victory of the night, man. These young guys, Billington and Priest has shown me everything. A young team that has it all with great tutelage, such as Jay Lethal. I think they could do anything. And with Philly Collins being in the ring, anything could be in the air tonight. I'm just saying that Billington and Priest can have another day of paradise, if you ask me.
Is that right? Philly Collins now. As Nese caught looking to slap his way. Oh, look at this. And in this 6-person tag team bout, it is Philly Collins on a roll against these. Of course, tomorrow night, the World 6-Man Tag Team titles on the line. STP defending against Skyflight. Whoa, and that Honor Club. Tomorrow, Philly Collins almost Enziguri tag made. In comes.
He was able to do that move against all odds. That was a nice move.
In comes Marino. Tenaglia. Tenaglia caught though. Take a look at him now. It's Davari. Philly Collins holding on.
Oh my goodness.
2 hearts better than 1.
Almost took Collins' head off.
Uh-oh. And this is Zoe Lynn, who...
That's not how this works.
No, and just caught. And sent over to the corner. The imposing, the towering, the monstrous Story Denali.
6-7.
Cover 2. That's it.
The winners of this match, the Premier Athletes.
The Premier Athletes continue their winning ways in these 6-person bouts. Nice and Davari certainly will be watching tomorrow night as they celebrate the ROH World Tag Team titles on the line tomorrow in Columbus. Final battle coming to you live on Honor Club. LFI looks to keep them in the camp of La Pasión and Gobernables as they take on Tommy Billington and Adam Priest.
Dane Taylor Promotions have the 6-man tag team titles and have been defended at all costs. But at Final Battle, Skyflight gets the opportunity to be 6-man tag champions.
What a night it will be, filled with championship bouts from start to finish. Final battle tomorrow night on Honor Club.
Following contest is set for one fall. Approaching the ring, Rosario Grillo.
You know, we talked about how big of a week it could be for LFI Caprice. Busy week for this man, Rosario Grillo.
Absolutely, man. It's just a great opportunity, but he's not saying nice things to fans with the body. Tell him, I know.
Well, I speak Italian. I am Italian. I speak Italian. You don't need to speak Italian to know what that means.
And you don't even have to be full-blooded. Just let you know.
That's true too. As Rosario Grillo getting ready for action as he faces this exciting star.
And his opponent, Sydney Akeem.
Innovative, high-flying Sydney Akeem in the house tonight.
Y'all see what's up,
Hey, Caprice, Sydney Akeem, his innovation, his style reminds me of a man that's in Survival of the Fittest tomorrow night, Commander, who enters as a man who won a Survival of the Fittest title match last year at Final Battle, walked away the brand new ROH World Television Champion this year. If he does the same, he could leave Columbus the ROH World Champion.
I could say the same thing about Blake Christian, man. The confidence that Sydney Akeem has is the confidence that Blake Christian has been riding all year and has been virtually undefeated in 2025 at Ring of Honor.
Well, it's crazy to think about. We name Blake Christian. We name, Commander.
You got to give him some other words, man.
Yeah, he's only got 2 in his vocabulary.
Yeah.
We keep naming, Commander as someone to watch. Blake Christian, the 2 men who were in the final, the Survival of the Fittest.
Right.
Single elimination bout, who clearly have the experience there. We've mentioned the 2 members of LFI. Hechicero has been a threat to Bandito all year, but we really haven't maybe even considered the fact that Bandito has had the year of his career. 2025 has been the best year of Bandito's career, and it almost feels like sometimes I think we overlook him as the most wanted. Yes, it's 5 against 1 on paper, but if anybody's got the heart, if anybody's got the drive, if anybody's got the strength, the stamina, the determination, Bandito is the man that could walk into that match as the world champion and leave it with title in tow.
If anybody has proven to me that he is worthy to be world champion, not once but twice, it's Bandito. Bandito has wore that Ring of Honor world title with his heart, has defended it at all costs, and has worn it proud, worn it while he was AEW Tag Champions, defending both and sometimes very close together. There has been no champion recently like Bandito. So if anybody can win that match, it's very possible. Whoa. Are you kidding me right now?
Wow.
That Bandito can do so. So I'm kind of glad that Akeem's not in this match, because we be talking about Akeem the same way. That's impressive.
Right. Well, Grillo and Akeem going out of here, kick to the midsection, 2 of the rising stars in professional wrestling. Just 1 day away, less than 24 hours now away from 0 Hour fans. You can join us. If you're watching us on Honor Club, you have a valid subscription tomorrow night. That's all it takes.
What?
Join us on WatchROH.com. It is the biggest event of the calendar here for ROH. Huge drop kick there.
I think Sidney Hakim morphed to us from a video game that hasn't been developed yet.
Sidney Hakim, I think he maybe one of those machine learning AI. Is that possible? Oh, what is that? What?
ChatGPT said what?
That's like a, oh my God, but nothing that a straight shot to the jaw.
Yeah, sometimes that's all it takes to reset things, but I'm still impressed. Sidney Hakim on the bottom rope is dangerous. I told you. What?
Look at that!
I wish we could see that again. It'd be for myself. It'd be just for me. But I'm saying that was impressive.
Oh, so you can call for Sidney Hakim replays, but I can't call for MXM replays. I see how it is, Capri.
Wait, did they do the replay, Ricky Bond? Did we see a replay, or are we still watching
onto
that?
the rope, Sidney Hakim here, 1 day away from final battle. We have talked, oh, look at that. 3 women's title bouts. Athena Persephone, the ROH Women's World title. We'll crown the first ever women's pure champion. Oh, look at that. And then the television title. Mercedes Moné, who captured the ROH Women's World Television Championship, an interim stake, and then solidified it in AEW rings, making her debut in ROH against Red Velvet, a rematch. But talk about debuts, history-making. Ricochet, the first ever to do the reverse, an AEW title being defended in a Ring of Honor ring.
Defending a Ring of Honor ring against a man who I actually feel can win this national championship, and that's Dalton Castle. Dalton Castle was away almost for a year, came back better than ever. Wow! Some of these moves I don't have names for. Sidney Hakim was raised up in the circus, so he's done Circus Olay. He's very athletic, a great man with a great family, has been in better shape every time I see him, but the moves that he does are his own innovation out of his own mind. He thinks about it and does it. Whoa! That's how good Sidney Hakim is.
Like Super Mario there. Yeah, Sidney Hakim. Looks like he's about to set up Rosario Grillo, maybe looking to end it here, Caprice.
Absolutely. I don't know if he's going to a warp zone or what. Yep. Oh, just going for that cutter is what he was going for. Didn't happen. Grillo blocked that.
And Grillo holding on. Whoa!
Wow!
Wow!
There's like 3 Stooges here.
Yeah, shades of Shemp. Look at this.
The cutter.
Oh!
That's it, Ricky Bobby.
Got it. 2. That's it.
Here's your winner, Sidney Hakim.
Sidney Hakim. Everybody jockeying for a position heading into final battle tomorrow. Sidney Hakim, no different. A statement victory here. What a win. Sidney Hakim flying high as we head toward Columbus. Tension rising, blood boiling, and I've just been informed that after the events earlier tonight, tomorrow night's world title bout, survival of the fittest match, will be anything goes.
Also, for the first time, an AEW title will be defended at a Ring of Honor event. The AEW National Champion, Ricochet, defends against Dalton Castle.
National title defended tomorrow night.
This is a 6-man tag team match set for one fall. Approaching the ring first, Turbo Floyd, Truth Magnum, the Outrunners.
Always great to hear the dapper yapper Justin Roberts here on ROH. Always great to see the Outrunners. We talked about that national title. They're teaming with the man who can make history tomorrow night in Columbus. Walking out of final battle, a champion once more.
And their tag team partner, Dalton Castle.
The fans here, Caprice, they are clapping along with the man who knows about leaving final battle as champion.
Outrunners, let's go break some hearts. Coming at you full
The
of
Castle
energy.
Clappers.
Outrunners are running wild tonight.
Whoa!
We're gonna get out there and we're gonna keep the streak alive.
Wow! A focused and determined Dalton Castle. Let's go back to Justin.
And their opponents, a team of Jake Omen, Ashton Adonis, and Josh Crane.
Well, a well put together team of Jake Omen, Ashton Adonis, and Josh Crane, and it would be silly for Dalton Castle and the Outrunners to overlook this combination opposite them here tonight, but Dalton Castle's mind has to be on the big one tomorrow night, Caprice, because for the first time ever, an AEW championship will be decided inside a Ring of Honor ring.
We keep stopping when he does that, man. Everything stops.
Years. It's been, and the prestige.
Yeah.
The presentation.
Absolutely.
And the package of Dalton Castle here tonight on Ring of Honor.
You know, we got to work with his timing, Riccaboni.
Well, we got it. We stopped when he waved his arms because he's former Ring of Honor World Champion. And tomorrow night, he could leave Final Battle of Champion again.
Absolutely, man. Making history all over again. History, the first time AEW title being defended at a Ring of Honor pay-per-view.
Oh, and what an event that's going to be. Of course, the counter elbow tie. You know, when the match was announced on Tuesday on the YouTube special, Caprice, I caught a little bit off guard. You know, I was so excited about the title match. We hadn't even put together the fact that the Demand has had Dalton Castle in their crosshairs, especially in a collision.
Absolutely, but who better than Dalton Castle? Dalton Castle, definitely the man that, when I saw it, I believe he can win the national title. I believe he is the man. He's former world champion, former television champion, former six-man tag champions. I believe if anybody can do it, it will be Dalton Castle. There was someone like Truth Magnum on his side. He's not going to have to worry about anybody else that may be on Ricochet's side, if you know what I mean.
Well, we know as Turbo Floyd is tagged in, Ricochet does not travel alone. Tag made. We're seeing this great six-man tag team bout. I'm excited, Caprice. Tomorrow night, we will see STP as the quick tag made to Dalton Castle defend their titles against Skyflight. Wow, Dalton Castle there.
Six-man tag titles, man. Everybody's looking at it. Everybody wants a shot at them. Even the ones that are in the ring now, Dalton Castle and the Outrunners, who definitely be working their ways up the ranks to be #1 contenders for the six-man tag titles, but they may be double champions, Riccaboni.
Oh, yeah, that could be something. We could see double champions tomorrow night, though, Caprice.
There you go.
As Beast Mortos teaming with Sammy Guevara trying to keep those held-up tag titles in the camp. Oh, great tag here in the camp of LFI. Both men will be competing in the first ever survival of the fittest to decide the world championship. The most wanted Bandito goes against 5 other stars in a single elimination bout.
Now, Beast Mortos and Sammy Guevara, they could be double champions if they get past Billington and Priest. Everybody's thinking they're going to win that match, but like I said, I'm calling for an upset for the world tag team titles. Billington and Priest, new champions.
Ooh, that's a great call. Tag made. I think LFI has been so cohesive as of late. Been on the same page. It's going to be tough for Billington and Priest, but that could go either way.
Speaking of the same page.
Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, the Outrunners in stereo. Again. Uh-oh. Turbo Floyd, Bulldog clothesline combination. Tag made as the Outrunners are running hot here. Turbo Floyd,
Out of everything he could have done, you didn't have to smack him. That's how you press the turbo button, Riccaboni. His button's on the side of his cheek.
Wow, look at that. Ooh. The trapezius, the definition, just loading. Form into function on those punches.
Big Dalton Castle's ready. We may be looking at the new national champion come tomorrow night.
Tag made in Columbus, Ohio. This man, former ROH World Champion, looks to add another historic feat to his growing resume. It's Dalton Castle.
All he has to do is get those hips lower than yours, and you're going for a ride.
Look at this. Castle, wow. Now, Castle's the first Ricochet opponent that hasn't made light of the alopecia situation.
Look at that!
Just driving all three members.
The single snatch suplex, what that was, Riccoboni. Nobody liked Dalton Castle.
And up and over. And Dalton Castle now. The Outrunners we've seen. This trio, this six-man unit go to work. The big body slam. I'm feeling the electricity.
Feel the power. It's in the air. You cut tissue with a knife.
Oh, yeah. Wow. Double elbow.
That's just the precursor, Riccoboni.
Certainly is.
This is what happens.
Bang! Bang!
If this happens tomorrow night, we get a new champion.
2, 3.
The team of the Outrunners and Dalton Castle.
But I'm fit to be a national champion.
Wow! From the challenger himself tomorrow night, it will be Dalton Castle challenging Ricochet, the first time ever. An AEW title will be defended. But we might not have to wait till tomorrow if that music's any indication. As Rick, wait a minute!
Whoa!
The gates of agony!
This is what I was referring to. Not traveling alone.
And, oh goodness. Whoa!
Khan.
Oh my goodness. Toa Leona wiping out the Outrunners with Khan. Look at how pleased the national champion Ricochet is.
Well, they cleared the way for him, Riccoboni.
This had to have been a setup trying to wound the challenger. Less than 24 hours away before we go
Watch
live
out.
to 0. Oh, wait. And Dalton's a fighter here. Dalton not immune to
But he's outnumbered, Riccoboni.
Oh, it's 2-on-1 against the Gates, who are so dangerous. Oh, the title! Into the spine!
Come on, man.
Dalton Castle, the history of the broken back, those cracked vertebrae. And the demand setting Castle up. No.
No. No, 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 no!
No! Castle wiped out! The challenger is wounded, heading into final battle.
Less than 24 hours to recover, Riccoboni. That's horrible.
Well, this may be portending a brawl tomorrow night. But of course, Boxing Day brawl on the way. Lee Moriarty, he will defend the Pure Championship against Commander. That bout could become title for title if Commander wins the world title tomorrow night.
Tomorrow night, two of the greatest wrestlers Ring of Honor has ever seen go head-to-head in a 30-minute Iron Man match. That's right, Lee Moriarty faces Nigel McGuinness.
From two of the great wrestlers in ROH history to two former Pure champions, two longtime enemies, it still feels a little bit.
This is a tag team bout set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Making their way to the ring, the team of Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta.
Still feels a little bit strange, Caprice, to see these two men that helped define the Pure Championship, rivals throughout their early career, bringing that to Ring of Honor and to AEW on the same side.
And their opponents, Damian and Damon Real.
Damian and Damon. What are the reals? Real? The real for real.
Yeah, the real to real to real.
Well, might get a reality check here tonight. Two great athletes are Damian and Damon. But you talk about two blue chip focused athletes who've just become not only incredible wrestlers, but incredibly vicious, tenacious.
Kind of hard to tell them apart, too.
We're going to start things off here with Wheeler Yuta. And how about tomorrow night? I mean, last year we saw the pure champion, Lee Moriarty, take on Nigel McGuinness. Both men now 1-1 against each other and headed to a rubber match tomorrow night. 30-minute Ironman match, not for the pure championship, but certainly bragging rights involved.
Bragging rights involved, but I think that favors Nigel. Because it's not Nigel is known to do anything, Riccaboni.
Yeah.
Moriarty is a great wrestler, man. He's a wrestler. He's a wrestler's wrestler. He's an artist in the ring, outside the ring. Nigel McGuinness can do any form of wrestling and has a lot of dirt under his fingernails, Riccaboni.
Well, certainly does. Series of wrist locks here, kicked in the midsection. And a big drop kick.
My goodness, it doesn't matter what mindset Yuta's in. The drop kick and the movement is perfection. It's kind of hard to get used to this, Riccaboni.
Well, this is just a gang attack by Garcia and Yuta, and it's still. I know it's been weeks. I saw it in Philadelphia with my own eyes, Caprice.
Yes, it's kind of weird.
A tag made.
But sometimes time tells, because these two have known each other for years, Riccaboni.
Well, they have. They broke into professional wrestling together. They wrestle on a lot of the same independent cards. And that was only just a few years ago. That was really 2019, 2020, when both men were barely 20 years old.
Yeah, but sometimes, Riccaboni, when you're in that stage and you're just breaking into the business, you have those moments you're like, man, one day we could be doing this together. They've done it away from each other. Now they're doing it together. It could be a great move. We just have to get used to it.
Well, shots to the midsection here has Garcia retreating. Tag made, and you wonder, I mean, could we see more of this Death Riders combination, much like we've seen Adam Priest and Tommy Billington form a formidable tag team unit, and they will challenge LFI with the held-up ROH World Tag Team titles on the line tomorrow night.
I love Billington and Priest, man. They're like two pure wrestlers, be champions. They're getting their first shot at the tag team titles at a pay-per-view. It's a big deal.
Yeah. And of course, fans, if you are a tag mate, if you are a active Honor Club subscriber, you can join us live tomorrow night. Watch ROH.com for ROH's biggest event of the year, Final Battle. Caprice, we've been together as a duo since 2019.
Yeah.
And I think this might be the biggest one yet.
Yeah, it keeps getting bigger and bigger, Riccaboni.
Whoa! And tag made. And the clothesline.
Yeah, he tagged him real fast.
And ducks the clothesline. A real man of genius there. Uh-oh.
That's using your head, Riccaboni.
And that's getting your head taken off.
That's losing your head.
Yeah. And oh, look at Yuta. Just the intensity that Yuta has gained in his time with Moxley, with Claudio, with Pac.
Well, that's intensity right there, man. Keeping that going. A lot of velocity and speed and timing. You can't buy chemistry, Riccaboni, and they have it here.
And Garcia, Yuta. Wow, that flying forearm. Down goes Real. In. Oh, that sharpshooter, that Busenko knee!
Oh, wow! Wow!
This match, the team of Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia.
The Death Riders making a quick of the reels here tonight.
A lot of moving parts, too, man. These guys are immensely fast.
Fans, a lot of talk about the Pure Wrestling, the Pure title. We have some breaking news about the Women's Pure Championship.
Diana, I requested this time with you after speaking to Tony Khan and the doctors. And I didn't want to end my tournament this way. And unfortunately, I'm not medically clear to wrestle. You know I wanted to wrestle you. Same. But my neck isn't something I'm willing to gamble with. Yeah. That being said, I forfeit And Tony Khan has granted you a bye in this tournament. I do wish you the best of luck.
Thank you. Thank you. And you know this isn't how I would have wanted my tournament to go either. This isn't how I plan to get to the finals. I've always prided myself on being a fighter, and I wanted to fight you for that final spot. But it doesn't matter if it's Billy or if it's Yuka. I'm going to fight to become the first ever pure women's champion. And when you're cleared, and while I'm champion, I'll be waiting for you. Now, Billy, Yuka, it doesn't matter which one of you win tonight, because tomorrow, Ring of Honor is about to become fluent in Purrazzo. Again.
Wow, huge news concerning the Women's Pure Title Tournament. Deonna Purrazzo advancing to the final. What?
This bout is set for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Approaching the ring from Boston, Massachusetts. She is the undisputed Ring of Honor Women's World Television Champion, the CEO, Mercedes Moné.
Mercedes, right? Wow! Yes, indeed.
And her opponent, lovely Miss Larkin.
Well, a huge bout here tonight for Miss Larkin. However, Mercedes Moné goaded out, called upon by Red Velvet, saying, you haven't wrestled on Ring of Honor. You haven't brought the title here. You may have won the championship, but we haven't seen you on ROH yet. And now, I think it's a mental advantage. I think Red Velvet is inside the head of the CEO, Caprice, because essentially Red Velvet forcing Mercedes Moné to compete a night before final battle.
Or maybe Moné is showing who she is. She's showing that she's championship material, no matter which brand it is.
Well, we know she's championship material, Caprice. She's got 13. That's almost, whoa! Oh my goodness. Ultimo Moné.
13 world titles. She showed up somewhere. We're lucky to have her here.
Who do you think you are?
Oh, kick to the midsection there. A huge boot. Uh-oh. Caught. And it is Moné. Oh.
I think if Larkin didn't too, she would have got some more in there, but now she catching boots.
Wow. Backstabber, lung blower. Into the choke, and that's it.
Here's your winner, the CEO, Mercedes Moné.
What an ROH debut for Mercedes Moné.
Keep trying, baby. Final battle's your last battle. I'm the greatest champion of all time. The CEO, baby.
Hard to dispute that, Caprice. 13 championships. Mercedes Moné coming to Final Battle tomorrow night, live on Honor Club Watch, ROH.com, and the ROH app. And is this a preview? Will we see Mercedes Moné standing tall tomorrow night as the undisputed ROH World Television Champion? Of course, there's only one way to find out. Let's join us tomorrow night when she defends against Red Velvet as they go one-on-one in Columbus.
It was thought the age of honor had passed as the dishonorable prosper.
I am forever.
But from the shadows, a vigilante has emerged.
He's the hero ROH deserves and the one it needs right now.
And with him, honor will rise. Ring of Honor, Final Battle.
One of these two athletes will head to Columbus tomorrow night and face Deonna Purrazzo for the Pure Championship.
The following contest scheduled for one fall will be contested under Ring of Honor Pure Wrestling Rules. Introducing first from Louisville, Kentucky, Billy Starks.
Well, that is the voice of Arkady Ora, and that in front of us is Billy Starks, the youngest competitor ever to main event a Final Battle. No stranger to making history here in Ring of Honor, because Caprice Starks was a tournament winner, the first ever ROH Women's World Television Champion. Looking to repeat that on the pure side.
And her opponent from Southtown, Yuka Sakazaki.
But to do that, she will have to defeat Yuka Sakazaki. Yuka Sakazaki. Yuka Sakazaki. Yuka Sakazaki, who earned her way to the semifinals by defeating Serena Deeb. And Billy Starks, Yuka Sakazaki, a contrast in styles. Billy Starks, more of an all-around, maybe technical star. Yuka surprising many, throwing her hat into the ring, more of a high flyer into this pure title tournament.
Tell you what, man, now I had Serena Deeb in the finals, man, so Yuka Sakazaki definitely messed up my bracket, but that says a lot about Yuka Sakazaki.
Well, the code of honor is off. That is a requirement in Pure Rules bouts on the men and women's side. In this bout, time limit, you see the timer on the bottom of your screen. You see the 3 hash marks. Each woman gets 3 rope breaks. If competitor exhausts those rope breaks, they can be pinned or submitted on between underneath the ropes. Oh, bit of a height advantage here from Billy Starks. Each competitor gets 1 closed fist. A second results in a disqualification. 20 count on the outside. If we go to the time limit, it goes to our judges. Collar and elbow tie up here. The winner goes on to Columbus tomorrow night. Final battle, of course. You're joining us here on Honor Club. All Honor Club members with valid subscription can join us right here live from Columbus, Caprice, tomorrow night.
You know what? This is the first time I've ever seen Yuka Sakazaki show frustration, and it was just a little bit with Billy Starks doing the height thing, but it's those little things that Billy Starks does that she's learned from Athena to get inside
Yuka Sakazaki has used her first rope break
of wrestlers' heads, and that's something that to have that at a young age is a big bullet to have in your chamber, and she's already ahead of the game with the rope breaks.
Oh, look at this, rolling through Yuka Sakazaki, who exhausted her first rope break, maybe exhausting the equilibrium. The fluid inside the inner ear of Billy Starks. And maybe doing it to her. Wait a minute.
This move right here definitely works in Sakazaki's favor, even though it is spinning Sakazaki around. She's in control. When you deliver a move like that, you find something to focus on. You're focusing on a light. You're focusing on one single thing. It keeps your balance. The wrestler that you're doing it to has nothing to focus on, so it definitely knocks their equilibrium off.
Beautiful Hurricane Rana there. The stakes can only get higher for the winner. Either Sakazaki or Starks will move on to our finals tomorrow night. And Sakazaki swinging a miss on the clothesline. Billy Starks with a forearm.
Tried to use that momentum to carry her onto the outside to deliver that lariat, but it was blocked by Billy Starks. That was not blocked at all.
And perfectly legal.
Yeah.
Sending Billy into the ring.
My goodness, was that pure Riccoboni?
Well, Nigel McGuinness, who we'll see tomorrow night, take on Lee Moriarty, 30-man Iron Man. Ooh, he used to use that ring post quite often.
Yeah.
When he was the pure champion. Look at this, it's Billy Starks.
Gives people advantages in those pure matches is knowing the rules, knowing how to bend them in your favor.
Well, speaking of bending, it's Billy Starks bending Yuka however she wants right now, and the hair.
That was a placement bend right there. She's putting Yuka Sakazaki where she wants to put her at, whether it's a certain part of the ring or whatever. It's a set point that Billy Starks is doing. She wants her in the corner, and that's exactly where Yuka Sakazaki is going to be at.
Well, Billy Starks, we talked about being the youngest competitor ever to main event a final battle. Did so 2 years in a row. Wow! There can only be one first.
Oh. I know that face, Riccoboni, when you land a DDT and you feel all cranium, you feel a little bit of the neck. It's that I've hurt this person. I know they're hurt, and Billy Starks felt that with Sakazaki. Mark my words, Riccoboni, Sakazaki's in a lot of trouble right now. She's not moving at her own will.
Well, we talked about the history looking to be made by Athena, trying to make it 3 final battles in a row, defending the women's world title, the 4th as the women's world champion. She won that title 3 years ago versus Mercedes Martinez. Billy has been her protege, her prized pupil, looking to make history of her own. Oh, and Billy's tied up in the ropes here. Yeah.
Whoa! Her first rope break.
But that was a smart rope break right there, keeping Sakazaki from getting any momentum going since she dropped on her head. Billy Starks staying on top of the head, right back to it. Billy Starks knows that Sakazaki's hurt, and she's staying on that, finding that focal point, using it as a target, grabbing at the chin, grabbing at the arm. I'm telling you, Sakazaki's in a lot of trouble, Riccaboni.
And using that closed fist, Mike Posey registering it with Arcady. He did, in fact, see it. So Billy's got to be careful. A well-placed fist changing the momentum. But Billy, a mistake could lead to an unforced error. Here, look at this. It's Sakazaki firing back up. Cover here, 1, 2, whoa.
And that's the thing, Riccaboni. I don't think it was a mistake by Billy Starks using that closed fist. I believe Billy Starks really knows these rules and are able to use them at will. She's able to use that punch. She knows she has it in a barrel, and she uses it at the right time. And nice suplex from the bridge, holding on.
Cover, 2. Oh, right on that head and neck. You talked about a Caprice damage in that DDT, and back to the submission. I love Stark's game plan here.
She's staying on that head, staying on that neck. That's that. Oh. Had no choice.
2 points of rope break, and that's 2 for Yuka.
Yuka Sakazaki has used her second rope break.
Riccaboni, how many people have you seen grab a rope break from a simple chin lock? This is how much trouble Sakazaki's in. Billy Starks knows it.
That's a great point, Caprice. As one of these women look to advance to tomorrow night in Columbus, Sakazaki dropping the knee and hitting the small of the back. Whoa! Forearm there.
Nice kick there. Nice wind up. Billy Starks is out on her feet.
Uh-oh! And Sakazaki, the snowplow!
He's finished so many people with that. Make the cover, make the pin, forget the nod, win the match.
Cover here, 1, 2, oh!
That caused so much nice transition.
So close, grabbing a hold of the ankle though.
A great submission in the middle of the ring. The only problem is, Riccaboni, I was gonna say it hasn't been worked on before.
Yeah.
Billy Starks is in a lot of trouble, but this is a fresh submission.
But it's trapped. Look at the trap, the step over. Sakazaki could very easily step into that STF from here. She's used it before.
Yeah, that's deep, man. I would have been tapped, man. That's just nasty. That's nasty. The damage is done as well.
Billy Starks has used her second rope break.
Tell you what, man, it's almost even with these rope breaks.
It is 2 for each athlete here, as Sakazaki, who likes that Magic Girl splash from the apron, instead going to the top. That's a forearm. Forearm there from Starks. Starks launches Sakazaki.
Pass ascension to the top. Billy Starks is not wasting any time.
And
nobody home.
And it's Sakazaki. The pace quickens with haste. Sakazaki twisting dive. No!
That was close, man. I don't know how much closer you can get to that. I thought it might have been over. Billy Starks thought the same thing. Still in there. Sakazaki going for a springboard attempt. Not gonna happen.
Yeah, loves that Magic Girl splash. Front face lock here. And it's Starks. Whoa! Just countered the struggle there, but it's Starks trying to stay with it. Starks, oh! That last shot to the knee.
That right there, Riccaboni, is called resolve. And that's rare for somebody as young as Billy Starks to have the resolve to stay with something. If she doesn't get it, the submission in place, she's gonna use this for the rope break. It's not gonna get her to win, but it's gonna get her a rope break.
Now if Sakazaki has anything to say about it, fighting back, firing out, it's Sakazaki! Gets the push out, but still trapped.
He's not gonna let, it just shows you, man, that's the resolve that Billy Starks is using.
That leg still trapped.
A young athlete having this is a gift, Riccaboni.
Oh, wrenching on that knee, Caprice, and now Sakazaki grabbing the ankle.
That's how you play, ankle for ankle on this one. Whoever grabs the ropes on this, if it's not broken up, have exhausted their last rope break.
And both women, the fire in their eyes, know that history awaits one of these two competitors tomorrow in Columbus. One of them will challenge to become the first ever ROH Women's Pure Champion.
The only advantage right now is that Yuka Sakazaki has been in this lock a lot longer. Both trying to go this rope. This may break the hold, but it's showing the resolve of Billy Starks. Billy Starks focused on that ankle, not letting go, closing that space. Hyperextension on it, man.
Wow.
Both go.
Oh, wait a minute. Hold on.
That's both. They're both exhausted.
Both contestants have used their third and final rope breaks.
Wow. I don't remember it ever seeing that in a pure match.
I just wanted you to say it first, Riccoboni, because I don't either.
Look at that, Starks. The leg damage. Starks is hobbled. Sakazaki. You see the ankle rattle, trying to get some blood flow, but those are ligaments, those are tendons, so you don't get blood flow back to those.
Absolutely. The only thing that pushes you after that is heart, and we've seen the heart on display from both athletes. The only difference is Billy Starks has heart with dirt under the fingernails. That dirt under the fingernails has gotten her a lot of places, Riccoboni.
And the reach advantage from Starks leads to the advantage. Sakazaki having to expound energy to hold Starks, to drive up, but it's Sakazaki taking out that left leg, that left knee. Sakazaki swinging a miss. Starks charging in, big boot, but couldn't plant as much as she wanted. Oh!
Nice. You're right, Riccoboni. There's not a lot of power behind those kicks. Breaking her down. That's involuntary when you see those legs give way. Out of the way, roll through, almost schoolboy-like.
Oh, wait a minute, front of the ropes, bring it in, and it's legal, that's legal.
Here's your winner, advancing to the tournament, Billy Starks.
Perfectly legal as Billy Starks advances to the finals of the ROH Women's Pure Title Tournament. Look at shock on the face of Yuka Sakazaki. The finals are set tomorrow night in Columbus, Ohio, Caprice.
She's got it, man. She's punched her ticket in. It will be Billy Starks versus Deonna Purrazzo.
And tomorrow night, final battle, the biggest event of the calendar year. For Caprice Coleman, Justin Roberts, Bobby, Oregon, Yami, and Riccoboni. Happy wrestling, everybody.